One of the most common questions I get asked all the time is, what is the difference between a garden hose foam cannon and a pressure washer foam cannon, and can a garden hose foam cannon work just as well as a pressure washer foam cannon? So in this video, what I'm going to show you is actually the difference. So I'm going to hook up the pressure washer and foam half the car with the pressure washer foam cannon, or probably the whole car realistically, and then do the same with the garden hose foam cannon. Both cannons or guns, or whatever you want to call them, have 4 ounces of the super soaper in it. So same amount of soap. And so yeah, let's hook it up. What's really nice about the garden hose foam cannon, I will say that if you don't have like a pressure washer, it at least comes with the nozzle and everything that you need to start getting foam on your car. So definitely more of a simpler, cheaper alternative or approach to kind of get into foaming cars. But let's take it outside and I'll show you how it works. So like I said, the nice part about a garden hose foam cannon is that it comes with all the components that you need to get the job done, including a quick connect on the nozzle. And so yeah, you have everything, and you do have a dial at the top where you can adjust how much foam comes out of it on this one, or the water to soap ratio, I guess. So on this one, E, I believe it is all the way up, and you can't even do it where there's no foam at all, so you just have water kind of going through it at all. But I will have it on the maximum setting. A nice quick disconnect on the tip of the garden hose, which is nice, and you're ready to go to get some foaming. All you need is your standard hose at home. So this is what it looks like. So as you can see, not the most dramatic foam on the face of the earth, but it is getting foam on the car. And actually, one thing I like about the foam that it does produce mixed with the super soaper is that it's very runny foam. And so for something like a pre-soak, it actually works incredibly well when you use something that foams really well. Not every car wash soap will foam this well with a garden hose foam cannon. It's actually foaming surprisingly well. I'm actually a little impressed myself, but it is very, very runny foam. As you can see there, it's not thick, clingy. You probably could add a few more ounces of soap to it, but then you're using more soap and blah, blah, blah. So, but yeah, that is what the garden hose, you can also see it does suck a lot of foam. I could have easily done the whole entire car, but it does use pretty much the whole cannon. And the foam, though it's not incredibly impressive, when you mix it with something like the super soaper, it is going to be highly effective. So visually, maybe a 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10, but practically it's going to work really well. And so, yeah, let's switch it up and go to the pressure washer foam cannon. So the same 4 ounces of the super soaper now in the pressure washer foam cannon. Again, you are going to need a pressure washer for this, obviously. And I will turn the dial all the way up. Traditionally, this is like the same equivalent to the ABCDE that we saw on the garden hose foam cannon. This will mix the ratio, or how much foam is getting sucked from the cannon in conjunction with how much water is coming through. That's the very technical way to describe that, you know? So I usually have my dial turned about halfway. That way I only use about half the foam cannon when I'm foaming a car. Because the super soaper is so foamy, that's where it seems to be the most efficient for me. But for this purpose, because we're demoing everything at full strength or full capacity, I have the dial turned all the way up. So this is going to be the most amount of foam possible. So here it is compared to the garden hose foam cannon. As you can see, you're getting super thick shaving cream like foam. The foam is sticking on the surface, it's staying on there, which is most ideal, especially with a soap like the Super Soaper, which is really breaking down the dirt and grime, separating it from the paint, and then dripping it down. Just the perfect amount of drip to release the dirt and have it come down. Another thing that's very nice about a pressure washer foam cannon, not only can you adjust the dial on top, but you can also adjust the fan, how big of a fan it is. So you can, if you're working on like a big RV, you could extend the foam or the fan of the foam way up, or you can almost make it like a rocket, right? So I mainly adjust it when I'm working on a bigger vehicle, an RV, a Sprinter van, and you're trying to capture more spray along the side of the car. That's something that you can't do with the garden hose foam cannon. But if you're looking for the most amount of foam, the most amount of coverage, and what's really nice about a pressure washer foam cannon and the foam sticking on the car, even on an incredibly hot day, it's pushing 90 degrees today, the foam is sticking on the car, breaking down the dirt, and then slowly riding off. And it's gonna stay on the car, and as we know, as long as the Super Soaper is on the paint, you will not get water spots. You may get streaks from the soap a little bit, but you will not get water spots. So if you do not have deionized water, having a pressure washer and being able to get a lot of foam on the car is gonna buy you a little bit more time with everything. So it's definitely highly recommended, if you're not using deionized water, that you at least have a pressure washer foam cannon. So yeah, so that's the main difference. If it was up to me, if you're serious about washing your car, you're gonna be maintaining a couple cars, I would definitely recommend trying to get the pressure washer foam cannon. But if you're just getting started with kind of car washing, car detailing, the garden hose foam cannon is gonna be your first step. It's much better, much better than the 2-bucket method. It's much better than traditional methods of carrying a bucket around. You can do a lot more with even the garden hose foam cannon and the Super Soaper. So hopefully that video was helpful. Hopefully it cleared up any questions that you may have between the differences, and it showed the dramatic difference between the two. So with that, I'll make sure I link everything below, including the Super Soaper, the foam cannons I used in this video, and let me know, which one do you prefer? And yeah, catch you guys on the next one. See ya.